Welcome back, everyone. So, we've been talking a lot about being a good reader. One part of being a good reader is setting goals. A goal is something you want to achieve or you want to do. Maybe a goal you have for yourself is to score a basket in basketball or learn a new gymnastics trick. We all have things that we want to do. Today, we're going to talk about and set reading goals for ourselves. Think about yourself reading. What is something you can't do yet, but want to? Think about that as you watch this story, Giraffes Can't Dance.
Today's read aloud is about Gerald the giraffe, who wants nothing more than to dance. Some kind words from an unlikely friend helps him realize his dream. Giraffes Can't Dance, written by Giles Andre, illustrations by Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe, whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthog started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar.
Hey, look at clumsy Gerald.
The animals all sneered.
Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird.
Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor, and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up in the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh.
Excuse me, Costa Cricket,
Who'd seen Gerald earlier on.
but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to.
With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoofs had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I am dancing, yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted,
It's a miracle. We must be in a dream.
Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen.
How'd you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how.
But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love.
Okay, so after watching that story, Gerald had a goal. What was it? If you said dancing, you are correct. And did he achieve his goal? If you said yes, you're also correct. So with a little hard work, you guys can achieve your goals too. So let's look at some examples of reading goals you can choose. So you might have your personal goals like for sports or dancing, drawing, but we're going to be talking about reading goals today. So what is your goal for reading this year? Here are some examples. Maybe you want to slow down when you're reading. Maybe you want to pause at the end of each sentence when you read. There's a goal down here that says read 10 books. If you want to build your reading stamina by spending 20 minutes reading each night, just like we're building our stamina in class. Maybe you want to read a chapter book. A good one for first grade is practice reading your sight words each night. Okay, maybe you want to learn some more words this year. Maybe you want to read longer books or books that are a little bit challenging for you. So think about a goal that you have for reading this year. You don't have to pick one that we discussed. These are just here to help you out and get your brain thinking, okay? You're going to do an activity that relates to Giraffes Can't Dance, talking about your reading goals later. See you soon.